Chuck Negron reflects on meeting one of his heroes, Jackie Wilson, way back when, and working with the great Paul Williams and recording his songs. I'm John Bowden from rockhistorymusic.com. From the days when they, Three Dog Night, had their first hit in 1969, music has really changed. I mean, we kind of live sometimes in a world where a Disney princess can have a number one hit and no one really knows if she can sing or if she really did write that song, even though her name may be in the credits. Back in the old days with Three Dog Night, everyone was doing it organically. If you couldn't sing, you weren't on stage, or at least you wouldn't be on stage very long. And contrary to public belief, Three Dog Night was not just a three-man band. Sure, Danny Hutton, Cory Wells, and Chuck Negron, our guest, were at the forefront, but they were a tight band. First, we did lose Cory Wells in 2015. Keyboardist Jimmy Greenspoon died in 2015 as well. He was 67. Bassist Joe Schermie passed away in 2002 at the age of 56. Drummer Floyd Sneed left in 1984. And right now, believe it or not, there are only 2 original members left that recorded on that very first Three Dog Night album. Danny Hutton on vocals and Michael Allsup on guitar. But as the cliche goes, there are no safety nets when there are 3 vocalists up there, in the early 70s especially, doing their thing, and there's no room for mistake. Chuck Negron tells a great tale. He has fond memories of being the lead singer of such a huge band and such a changing time in music. But I had to ask him, of all the people you've met with, did you ever get starstruck by anyone you met, in spite of the fact of how big you were?
You know what? I don't know why I wasn't. I had a lot of respect for people. Like when I saw Jackie Wilson, I just thought he was the greatest thing I'd ever seen. When you see Michael Jackson, you see someone who learned from Jackie Wilson. And I just thought he was one of the greatest singers. You know, he had operatic chops, you know. And so I really liked him. But when I did the Alan Freed show, my girlfriend and I and one of the guys from the group I was in, the Rondells, we used to go down to Alan Freed's show, his dance show, and we'd get on there and dance. And when Jackie Wilson was on, I met him, and I was, very excited.
Three Dog Night also recorded some Paul Williams material, The Family of Man, and just an old-fashioned love song. I told Chuck Negron that sometimes I'm a little frazzled by the fact that some people have forgotten or they don't know who Paul Williams is, even though he wrote some of the biggest hits in history. In the 70s, he was all over TV and the movies, so I asked him about that.
Paul has won Grammys, an Oscar, and an Emmy.
Yeah. How far back had you gone back with Paul Williams?
Well, we did, I think, Family of Man came out before that. I think, I'm not sure. So we were familiar with his stuff, and he made his demos, some of the demos, at our recording studio. So I had seen him there with Jack Conrad recording some demos. And so I knew who he was, and I thought he was a great writer. Actually, I wanted to do We've Only Just Begun. We had that, too.
The Paul Williams, Roger Nichols song, We've Only Just Begun, reached number 2 on the charts for The Carpenters. It was one of their biggest hits. Three Dog Nightmare, the new edition of Chuck Negron's book, with 11 new chapters, is available now. You can order it at chucknegron.com. Make sure you comment on our video, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos. I'm John Bowden from Rock History Music.